I'm live, but I don't know how long I'm going to be live for. We have one B&B guest that really likes to use the internet, and they're in our upper B&B, and she seems to be on there a lot. So, anyway, we have somebody checking in the lower one soon, and then Wendy and I are heading out for dinner. It's roast beef night tonight at El Loco Taco on Salt Spring Island. So, we got a beautiful here. It is it already 3:21? 3:21 p.m. Pacific time here on the Gulf Islands. 15 degrees Celsius, which is night, blue sky and sunshine. So it's actually a really nice day out here. And the rain we had was really good too. I noticed there's a bit of water in the creek now. And I went down there and spread the last bit of the palm seeds I had around in the ravine. And I noticed some palm seedlings in the creek. They're actually doing quite well. So just goes to show you how tough Trachycarpus palms are. They can adapt to adverse growing conditions. A palm that I'm not probably going to be growing or have a tough time growing if we move down to where we're going, it's going to be a tough time growing them in the tropics. But you know what? I certainly will try. I'm going to have to definitely get some seed down there. I'm not going to be bringing it with me because I probably won't get it through the border, the customs at the airport, but I'll have to get somebody to send me some seed, Trachycarpus seed, to Costa Rica. If we go to Costa Rica, if everything goes the way we plan, we will be in Costa Rica, and I will try growing a Trachycarpus palm down there. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I had to get another birth certificate today. I had to phone the birth certificate place in Victoria, and because Wendy ordered an original copy of my birth certificate, but it has to have my parents' name, and unfortunately, the one that she ordered didn't have it. So I talked to somebody there, and I just ordered one, and so that's more money we're forking out. And then Wendy's has to come from Alberta because she was born in Alberta. A little bit more red tape involved to get one, but hey, it only took a week. It actually took less than a week to get that one that she ordered for me. So I ordered another one. Everything we get has to be translated into Costa Rican. Has to be so like all the documents we do has to be translated into Costa Rican. How's it going? Sorry to hear about your dog, your puppy. That's really sad. That's really sad when you lose a dog. I mean, I couldn't even imagine losing ours, and he's going to be 9 in April 3rd. Hopefully, he lives a long time. I mean, little dogs usually live quite a long time. He's a Yorkie Havanese, and there's some Pomeranian in there too. So there's like kind of three mixes in our little dog. So he's pretty healthy, but you just never know, right? It's more our concern is eagles and eagles picking them up. There's a lot of eagles around here, and eagles do pick up little dogs, and that's kind of scary. So you always have to keep an eye on them. There's owls too. There's really big owls here, a ton of owls here, and a big owl, barred owl, will definitely pick up a little dog. So when when you let them run along the beach, you can't let them run too far ahead of you because you never know if there's like a bird of prey hanging around up in one of the trees, right? Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, it's tough to lose a pet, man. It's like losing a family member. Well, pets are family members, and you got to love dogs. You know, in my parks truck, I always have a currently 16. Okay, we're sunny and 15 degrees here on Salt Spring Island, and it's a beautiful day. It is just absolutely a beautiful day. Went out for breakfast this morning, and there's a few tourists here and there in town, but not really a lot. And hopefully, this time next year, I'll be in a new location, and where I'm going to be live streaming from, it's always going to be hot, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So I have my fingers crossed. I'm optimistic. I think we will get approved for citizenship, and then we can immigrate to our new home, which will be absolutely terrific. My garden not destroyed by cattle. Oh, got destroyed. Oh, God. Well, you know what? I went down to the back 40 today and I looked at one of the palms growing in the forest. I shot a video of it. Rabbit damage. There's a rabbit down in the back 40 and it chewed all the fronds off of one palm. They make a mess, those rabbits. They're just absolutely terrible. You know, so I don't know what I do down there. If I go down there with my gun and pop them or I set a trap and catch them. So, um, rabbits are a real nuisance here. But I know cattle can be too. We used to have cattle when I lived on the mainland. We had an Ayrshire Jersey cow, and then she gave birth to a calf, which would look more like a Hereford. And then we had a Holstein and a Black Angus. My Jubaia, oh, they ate it. That's sad. The only thing we have to worry about here is deer and rabbits. And most of our garden is fenced where we grow our palms, so we don't have to worry about it. And generally, deer don't eat palms, but rabbits will eat younger palms, and they're a pain here. Some lady brought a bunch in years ago and let them go. They're all over our island, man. So I do have a 22 with a nice magazine that holds 10 rounds, and I could easily pop one because I got a super killer scope on it. I got one of those Vortex scopes on it, and man, I could probably peg off a hummingbird on top of one of those trees up there. That's how good that scope is. So, but it makes me mad when I go out there and I see the fronds chewed off of the palm, and it don't even eat them. If it ate them, it'd be okay. But it doesn't even eat them. It just chews them off. It's like somebody takes scissors and cuts the top of the palm off. I mean, they're going to grow back, but it's really sad. So I only noticed one. There's thousands of palm trees growing in our forest, but one of them is definitely. It's funny. I happened to stumble across that one. I just happened to be throwing some seeds down there today, and then I go, "Hey, man, look at the fronds laying on the ground here," and it was definitely rabbit damage. Our Jubaia is looking pretty good. I grew it from seed, I guess about 17 years ago, something like that, and it's doing very well. It's growing on the South Slope garden here, and I got that seed. You've probably seen my videos from Locarno, Switzerland. So nice hardy strain of Jubaia from Switzerland, and does very well here. I'll never be around here long enough to watch it get big, because where we're going, I'll be able to grow way more tropical palms. It's going to cost thousands. Oh, that's sad. That is really, really sad, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you know what you got to do, Darryl? You got to put a big fence around them next time. Get a big fence around those palms. That's what you got to do. So did the cattle actually eat the palms, or they just run over them? Did they just crunch them? Because I know cattle have a tendency, if there's a herd of cattle. I remember we had a herd of cattle from the next door neighbor's yard run through our yard, our front garden one year, and it crushed everything. David, Asgard today. Cool, David. Awesome. Rabbits are worse than deer. Yeah, yes. Yeah, they are awful, the rabbits. So we had a big one in our yard 2 years ago, and I did catch it. I caught it in the live trap. I do have a trap set in the upper garden right now because I did notice some rabbit damage. Maybe some deer mesh. Yeah, deer mesh. Put a fence around. Wendy and I fenced off everything we needed to fence up here, but we didn't fence the whole property. It's just, I mean, we have 2 acres here, and it goes up and down and all around. It just costs too much to fence it. So, and we're planning on selling anyway. So we'll let the next people fence the property. They can fence the property off. We'll let them worry about it if they want to fence it. But you know what? There's no real need to. It's pretty wild in the back 40 of our property, and it's a lot of forest and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, there's going to be deer, and there's going to be raccoons. There's going to be mountain lion, and there's going to be rabbits. Right? They're just out there. But yeah, put up a good fence to keep out the cattle. We have mesh. We also have like a clear kind of plastic 7 foot high or 8 foot high fence around. We also have snake rail fence. A snake rail fence is like cedar rails. So we have that along the front of the property, which looks really nice. It's very decorative. It'll keep people out, but it doesn't really keep deer out. But I got a wire on top of it to make it higher. So cats will chew them off too. Lately, what a nice listening. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, David. Oh, there goes my live stream. I got a B&B guest here that uses up the internet time, and it screws me up. So if I disappear, that means she's on it, okay? So I'm going to try to hang in there for a little bit, and if I disappear, thanks for watching, because the internet connection's been very bad with the B&B guest. It's always on the internet. And we have another B&B guest checking in shortly, and then Wendy and I are heading out for dinner. We're heading to a Loco Taco restaurant tonight in town. It's a Mexican restaurant, but they're doing prime rib roast beef dinner. Farmer is coming over to assess the damage. That's a shame that they did that. I know. Like I say, we had cattle, and the next door neighbor's cattle. We used to have goats too, and goats would get out into the garden, and they would eat up a lot of stuff. David, yes, there you go. Used to do that at rock concerts, right? Go to a rock concert, we do that, especially the heavy metal concerts like Judas Priest and Black Sabbath. I remember the cattle getting into our exotic garden years ago and just trampling so much stuff, palms and flowers and yuccas, and they crushed a bunch of stuff. That was a long time ago, back in the 1980s, and wasn't good. I was pretty upset, and plus the hoof prints all over the place too. There was like I mean, because cows have a double hoof, not like a horse, right? And yeah, they just made a real mess of everything because the ground was kind of soft at the time. So I had to patch everything up. Oh, what happened? They busted through a fence or something, if I remember. But I just remember I was so upset. And then one time I remember coming home from work and we had bells on our goats, and I could hear the bell on the goat bell ringing in the garden. I go, this is not a good thing. So one of our goats had got out from the penned area and it was in the palm garden eating some of the plants. If I remember, it was chewing on some trachycarpus. It didn't damage them too badly, but it ate some of the other flower stuff like lilies and some of the yuccas. Oh, they crushed your agave. No, oh, that sucks. Yeah, we have a few agaves. They're not crushed. They're still doing okay. The deer have not been in our yard. See, whenever accommodation guests check in, that's the first thing we tell them. Close the gate. I always close the gate. And we have signs on our gates too. Because if somebody is careless and leaves open a gate, it's going to be a problem. Have you ever tried keep more exotic? No. No, we had years ago, we used to do a lot of indoor plants, long, long, long time ago. But the only indoor plants we really have are cactus. Wendy's got a little parlor palm in there, and that's about it. But I've grown Bismarckia, and I actually had one as a house plant for a bit, and then I put it outside, and then it died in the winter. So at our new location, I'm definitely going to grow a Bismarckia. When we sell this place, I will plant a Bismarckia at our new place. It was doing very. I bet it was, Dara. That's really sad. What a shame. Yeah, Bismarckia is number one on my list. Bismarckia, nobilis, and also foxtail. I want to grow foxtail, and there's some really cool stuff I want to grow when we get to our new location. I want to definitely try grow needle palm, and I would grow a sable miner too because I really love them. So what we need is at least a half acre or so I can grow these things. But I know when we get the place, it is going to be already landscaped, probably with lots of palm trees. Wendy's looking at places down there already, and the landscape is absolutely amazing. So I said I would actually prefer a place with a little bit of lawn. That way I can get rid of the lawn and fill it up with palm trees. And pretty much every place has a swimming pool, which is good too. I'm not so much into swimming pools here, but down there, I think a swimming pool would be good because it's always so hot. And then I could go for a nice dip, and then you just kind of somebody to come and look after the pool, kind of pool maintenance, right? But Bismarckia by the pool would be good. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, we have 2 acres here, and yeah, it'd be cool. Just depends on the price. Like, I mean, stuff she's looking at is pretty amazing. And some of it is like a half acre to an acre. And I'm happy even with an acre or a half acre. I don't need absolutely huge, but an acre would be good. An acre would be as good as I want. I mean, we have 2 acres here and we don't use it all. The garden is, we have a big garden, but it's all in the upper part of the property. All the stuff in the back 40 is just kind of wild. Like we scatter seed down there. There's petasites, there's bamboos, and then there's swamp cypress. And it's just kind of like native trees and ferns growing down there. But it actually looks really, really nice in the wild. It's actually a really beautiful piece of property here. So somebody's going to really like it. Tropical palms can get huge, and that's what I want. I want to. I don't. I wouldn't grow a date palm. That get too big. But I definitely grow a Bismarckia. Hey Joe, Palm Planet. The palms and exotics here. We have the native trees. None of those were planted. Those are native. Like, so those trees are 80 to 100 years old. So that's just native plants. Oh, there goes my signal again. How annoying. There goes my signal. No, the native trees were always here. I planted all the palm trees, and then Wendy came and added more stuff. But there was no landscape when I bought the place. 30 years ago, there was no landscape. It was just a bare canvas, and I started with a bare canvas, and I started planting lots of exotica. And then when Wendy came into the picture a decade ago, she started planting even more exotica, which is good because Wendy's got a better eye than I do. So, but the place we're going to buy in Costa Rica will most likely be landscape, but I will definitely add. What I want is low maintenance. We want to retire. I don't want to be fussing too much. So, but I think I definitely like to grow some Bismarckia palms from seed and sell them. Yeah, it'd be nice. So I could have like a little mini palm nursery there, but not a full blown one like we have here. It is a lot of work. I do enjoy it, but I'm ready to move on at this stage of my life. I'm ready to retire and just collect a pension that I've been paying into for a long time and go to the beach, hang out with the palms, maybe ride my motorcycle. Yeah, it's too bad, Palm Planet, the cattle got in there and crushed his garden, man. That's really sad. Try growing Bismarck. Yeah, I've tried. I've rooted. I've grown lots from seed, and they all rotted. They all had really long roots on the seeds, and then they started to sprout up. And I had them in the cool greenhouse, and they all rotted out, unfortunately. So I had really bad luck with them. I harvested those seed in Honolulu at Fort DeRussy, and then I shipped the seed here. I mailed the seed at the post office in Honolulu, and it got here, and yeah, they all germinated. Why are you leaving Canada? No, no, no. We love Salt Spring, but I can't stand who's running the country. I don't want to live under a dictatorship. He's a dictator as far as I'm concerned, and time to go. And we said that if he gets in, we're gone. So guess what? He's in, we're going, and a lot of people are leaving. So what we got to do, we got to first get approved, and once we get that golden ticket stamp of approval by the Costa Rican government, then we can put the place for sale. And we're pretty sure this place is going to sell really fast. Houses sell really quick here. I'd be very surprised if it didn't sell quick. But yeah. How many years does he stay? And I can't handle another 4 years. He just got in September 20th. So no, thank you. I don't want to. No, I love Salt Spring Island, but you know what? I've always wanted to retire in the tropics. So Costa Rica, 9.5 degrees north of the equator, is perfect for us. Palm Planet, Catalyst, right, everything. Oh, that's sad. Makes me want to cry, Dara. Yeah, unfortunately, he's in there for 4 years, Palm Planet, and that's too much for me. Any real estate in BC? It does. My friend, I just had a live stream with my friend Zach that lived in Ontario, Zach, and he moved to Croatia 3 months ago because he's sick of what's happening in Canada. So he's in Croatia. Everything's open in Croatia. So that's why we're going to Costa Rica for freedom. I want freedom. I don't want to live under a communist rule because it's becoming that way here, and that ain't for us. So we're out of here. And real estate here is super expensive. Like this place is worth a lot of money, and we can easily, buy a nice house down there and put tons of money in the bank and retire and collect. Both of us collect pensions, right? Government pensions, which is really good. I sold all my homes in Ontario. Second day, wow. Our neighbor sold hers in a week here down the road, but she lowballed it at about 900,000. She could have got over $1 million easy. That's terrible. So sorry. It does. Costa Rica is awesome. I'll sell. Well, I got a buyer for all our palms, but if somebody wants to buy the place with the nursery, it goes with the nursery, and it also goes with 2 accommodations. So this property brings in an income. So somebody who wants to be semi-retired can bring in a nice income with this property. And Wendy started the accommodations here, and they got a good rating on TripAdvisor, and we're always busy. So anyway, no, I do. A guy messaged me the other day, says, Joe, when you move, let me know and I'll buy every single palm tree I have. So there you go. How much for one of the big trackies? Well, the big trackies are $80. Our 5 gallons are 80, and they're 40 for 2s and 20 for 1s. So 20, 40, 80. I think that's what Wendy prices them, something like that. So I think we have about 300 5 gallons. And well, I don't know. I mean, we have tons of palms there. One of the ones behind me, those are in the ground. Those aren't getting sold. No. The palm trees go with the house. Anything in the ground doesn't get moved. That's part of the real estate, man. The landscape is part of it. Nothing gets dug out. Everything you see comes with the place, right? All the palm trees. I will not be digging out any palms. That's selling features is the garden, and that's why people come to our accommodation, because it's magnolia petal accommodation, exotic garden. So they come here and see the gardens too. I could maybe. We'll see. I might be able to. It's going to be tropical stuff though, but that's a thought. I never thought about it. It would be nice to get some rare palms. Yeah, I will definitely be growing the most tropical palms you can ever imagine. I will not be growing date palms or anything like that. I will be growing lipstick palms, so Cyrostachys renga. We're growing Bismarckia. I will be growing foxtails and all the other cool things that grow there. So anyway, we'll see. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm optimistic. We're going through all the paperwork right now, and there's a lot of paperwork when you immigrate to another country, but you have to get all your ducks in line. Standard pricing for trackies. Yeah, we got some big trackies around here. Those I grew from seed. Those trackies I grew from seed. So I'll go stand beside. And then you can see how big they are. So they're this big. They're nice size. They're nice size palms, and they're super healthy. And like I say, we have thousands of palm trees here. So it will be sold with the palm trees. My last place I sold to and had palm trees. Lots of palm trees at my last place. Lipstick palms in Southern California. Yeah, it probably worked there. Uh, Date palms can't grow there. Oh, date palms could easily probably grow in Costa Rica. They grow in Hawaii. I see them in Hawaii, so I think Phoenix sylvestris. They should grow in Costa Rica, but I'm not gonna waste my time with a date palm. I'll be growing nicer stuff. Oh, B&B guest just checked in. Yeah, maybe one of the B&B guests will want to buy it. One guy actually said, "Let me know what you're selling your place for," because he might be interested. So lots of lipstick palms in Hawaii. I love them. So that one I will definitely try. They like moisture. I like Naipa fruticans too. So, and when we buy a place, it's going to be on the Pacific coast, very close to the ocean. So it's going to be within close proximity to the ocean, walking distance to the beach. We are walking distance to the beach here as well, which is really nice because you go down a beautiful nature trail. It's about a 20-foot wide strip, if that, to the beach, about a 900-foot walk to the beach. And it's absolutely spectacular. And you know what? I got lots of palm trees growing in that trail. What can't you grow in Costa Rica? Trachycarpus fortunae. No Trachycarpus palms in Costa Rica. Probably Jubaia won't grow in Costa Rica. Um, what else? Camarops would probably grow. I've seen camarops growing in Hawaii. Yeah, it doesn't get any colder probably than I would say. What's the coldest temperature is going to get in southern Costa Rica? Probably what, 65, 67, something like that. Yeah, it's the tropics. And like I say, I have a good friend that lives there. I have a gal I dated a couple of times many moons ago, Costa Rica a year ago, and her husband built a house there, and they bought there 5 years ago, and they moved there a year ago. I bet Tracky Martiana. Yeah, I think I would try something like that. We have a beautiful Martianus, and we have one Martianus now, and then we have. Oh, there goes the stream again. Annoying. Oh, stream just came back. Stream just went off. Stream just came back. So, like I say, if I disappear, it means somebody's on the internet messing with me. We have two different accommodation guests here. Um, one in the upper accommodation, which is a ways away, and then the one at the other end of the house. We have a long house, so it's the other end of the house. Yeah, I also talked about Corypha or Corypha. That's what it is, Corypha, and that's the telepot palm. They get big, and when they flower, they die. And there's some massive ones. I got videos of them in the botanical garden on Oahu, and they are just absolutely awesome. So I think I would try that, but I need a big piece of property. I'm letting Wendy pick out the property as long as I have a little bit of property around me to grow some stuff. But Wendy's looking at some pretty amazing houses in Costa Rica. So when we sell this place, it'll be fun house shopping there. So we're going to go down there with nothing. She wants to get a sea can, like a container to put some things in. There's certain things I'd like to take, but not a lot of things. I'm basically going to go down there with a packed suitcase, shorts and flip flops, and a few t-shirts, and that's about it. And I'll just buy some things down there. I'm going to just kind of blend in with the Costa Ricans, even though I'm not Costa Rican. But that's what I'm going to do. And it'll be nice. It'll be nice for a change. I've been here a long time. Love Salt Spring, and I'd miss it. But I'm looking forward to the new place. You could probably buy mature palms. I bet you. Yeah, Costa Rica's cheap, right? More expensive than Mexico, but still cheap. And where we're going, there'll be a lot of expats, right? There's a lot of expats, Americans and Canadians that live there, and that's where we're going to go to a place like that. And the place will be fenced. The property will be fully gated and fenced, which will be nice. And Wendy wants to get a Jeep. She said, if we get down there, she wants to buy a Jeep. So I got to get a driver's license, and then we can get a Jeep. I'd like to get a motorcycle too. So I'm not bringing my Harley. I'm gonna have to sell my bike, which is sad because I like my bike. So I got to sell my bike, and she might have to sell her electric bike, and just we got a lot of stuff to sell. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff on the Salt Spring Exchange. I just put another couple of things on there too. So there's a lot of things we have to unload before we move, because it's a big move. It is, when you're moving out of country, it's a huge thing. And it was a big move for me to move here from the Vancouver area. I mean, I had to hop on a ferry, and that's only a 3-hour cruise across, but still, it's an expensive move. There, moving there is not so expensive. It's just a long way to go. I'm just going to hop on a plane when I land there, stay in a hotel for a couple of days, hook up with a real estate agent. She's already dealing with a real estate agent. He drives you around. You look at a place, you like it, you buy it. When I moved, we sold most of the furniture and cars packed. Cool. There you go. That's a big move. You moved from, and you've got a dual citizenship, right? So that's why you moved there, I guess. See, it's us. You have to prove you can bring so much income in a year. That's the difference. So we have to prove that because we're going as pensionados, we're going as retirees. So they have to see that you're making for one person, for a family. You have to show them that you can, support yourself. 6 months to get ready. Yeah, it's about that here too. Yeah, no, they don't. Trackies don't flower every year. Our big one that's been outside for about 35 years now didn't flower this year. She didn't flower, and I've seen her do that before. She took a rest, so not every year. Um, Sometimes they take a bit of a rest. So yeah, that's about us. We're expecting it to about take 6 months. So October, November, December, January, February, March. So we're hoping all this process will be done by say next May, and then we can put the house for sale. Spring's a really nice time to sell here too. Flowers out, everything looks awesome, and like I say, prices are super high on Salt Spring Island. You don't get anything cheap on these Gulf Islands, which is good for us. I bought cheap a long time ago, but there's no such thing as cheap anymore. So we can get cheap down in Central America, which is good. And our second option would be Mexico at Lake Chapala, which is nice too. But first option is Costa Rica. So we'll see what happens, folks. Like I say, I always keep that way in the back of my mind that, hey, maybe it won't work, but I'm hoping it will. Got to think positive. Get the house. It's not ready. U.S. residency 2 to 5 years. Right on. Cool. We can get residency a lot faster than that because we are actually, that's what we're applying for right now. We're not going in as a, you know what I mean, a part-time person. We're going in as a resident. You probably include about $100,000 landscape here easily. So the palms and exotic landscaping is all part of it. That's part of the sale of the house. That's one of the selling features. I mean, the house is really nice. It's a really beautiful house. I mean, it's custom made. The builder custom made it for himself, and I lived in it for a year, then sold it. And and Wendy's put a lot of work in it. A lot of renos. It's 3 bathrooms, and then the other B&B. So there's actually 4 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, and the in-law suite, which is actually could be an in-law suite, or you can run it as an accommodation. It's beautiful. And the other place is separate. We have another tiny house, which is a B&B as well. But all of this stuff, when it's advertised, I'll post the listing on here, and you will see. It'll say subtropical garden. You got to entice the buyers, right? And I'm guessing maybe Chinese people might buy it. They're buying up a lot of stuff here, or maybe somebody from back east, somebody from Ontario. There's a lot of Ontario transplants that come here to Salt Spring Island. See the bellflower blooming right over here? Yeah. These are so nice. These are not fragrant now, but at nighttime, they are super sweet. And they absolutely love this cooler weather because it is definitely cooler out. So I got a plan how to protect the Jubaia, guys. I found a pole about this big in diameter, and it was probably about 13 feet tall. And so I just tested it out, and I rammed it in the ground beside the Jubaia, and then I stuck a patio umbrella in the pole, because the patio umbrella thing's this big and the pole diameter is that big, hollow. Stuck it in, open up the patio umbrella, voila. That's how I'm going to protect the Jubaia. I'm just going to put a patio umbrella over it. The palms are treated like every other plant on the property, no real value. If you want to take them there. So if you want to take them, you have to put them. Yes, I did. So in my last place, when I sold it, Tropical PDX, I took the palms. I left a couple little times, but everything I put flagging ribbon on, and I told them. So I said, it was listed, the guy listed it as this palm paradise. And so the people were walking around the yard looking and says, that's a beautiful palm. How comes there's flagging ribbons on it? I says, I'm taking them with me. I'm going to replace them with other nice plants. So I replaced them with other plants that were lower maintenance where I used to live. So anyway, those palms I brought here to Salt Spring Island. But this is going to be listed as a subtropical garden. And all the palms are going with it. And I'm going to walk around with the people. I want to meet the people that buy it and show them what to do. Water this, water that, just how to look after things properly if they want them to continue to grow. So, and the final price. Yep. The final price will be a good price, hopefully. And we get our dough and skedaddle out of Canada and head south from 48 degrees north latitude to 9 point I think it's 9.6 or 9.7 degrees north latitude of the equator, which is fine by me. So, got to get used to the heat year round. That's okay. I'll get used to it because I won't be working. I will be doing a lot of live streams. If I am down there, I will be doing a lot of live streams poolside. Let's just pray the internet is okay, right? I mean, my friend has, she's always on the internet down there. She's always on Facebook and stuff like that. So there is internet. But yeah, hopefully it's good enough for a live stream. I think they actually do have fiber optics there too. Palms are treated like every other plant on the property, no value. That's a shame. We do have a book. We actually have a book on palm trees, and that we put it out in 2013. Uh, Palm Trees and Subtropical Gardens on Salt Spring Island. It's a hardcover book, volume one, and it's actually in our library here. So it's more of a picture book with very little writing in it. So it's just nice photos to look at. So it's a hardcover book with glossy photos, and I think it's 41 pages, something like that. And Wendy and I did that. Like I say, it came out in 2013, so just about 9 years ago. And we published, it was limited copy. I don't know how many copies we made, like 75, something like that, or 100. And that was it. And then we didn't do any more. So she's got a few left, I think, in the gallery, maybe 2 left, 3 left. So we'll probably sell those before we go. Might maybe take one down with us so we can show people what our yard looked like. So I think there's a picture of our garden in there. Maybe, maybe not. I think it's mostly other people's gardens around Salt Spring Island. So, oh, there goes my live stream again. Somebody might be on the internet. Okay, we're back again. We disappeared. Now we're back again. So we have the other guy that checked in down there. So like I say, if I disappear, the guy down below is on the internet messing with my internet, which kind of sucks. The sun is shining right on that big plant over there. See that? It's just, oh, I wish I could flip this around for you. It's so nice out. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love autumn days like this. It's October 1st today. Yesterday was a stat holiday for us, for government workers. I'm a government worker. And tomorrow or today, I've taken a holiday. That's why I'm off. It's Friday. And then I'm off Saturday, Sunday. And then we're going on holiday soon. We're going to be on vacation soon. So we will be on vacation in, I think, a couple of weeks. We're going on vacation. And we're going to go to the West Coast. And I'll do a live stream from there because I think they have good internet. And it's a first time we're going to be staying overnight in this location. So I'm going to shoot some videos from Avatar Grove. It's where the tallest trees in Canada grow. And then we're going to go down to Botanical Beach. So it's pretty cool over there. So we'll see what's happening over in Port Renfrew on the far west coast of Vancouver Island. And remember, when we leave or if we leave Canada, I will never come back to Canada. That's it. I'll be done here. So my kids can come down and visit us in Costa Rica. That's what they will do. They can come and stay with us, right? And that'll be a good thing. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping this time next year I'll be down there. I really am. Oh my God. It'll be exciting. I can just envision myself doing live streams under some really tall, cool tropical palm trees. I want to grow coconut palm too. In the tropics, I got to grow a Malaysian dwarf, right? Got to grow a dwarf coconut palm so you can actually reach the fruit on it. The drupes, that's what they're called. Coconuts are called drupes. So you don't want to be one that's 80 feet tall because I'm not going to be climbing a coconut palm. So a shorter one where I can knock those coconuts off. That's what we got to do. Anyway, I hope you guys are having good weather too. And I know we're RH grows in England. I know it's about 8 hours ahead of us there. And I was talking to my friend in Croatia. I think he was 8 or 9 hours ahead of us there. Lots of palm trees in Croatia. He's right down near the sea and Adriatic Sea, and there's tons of date palms. There's Washingtonias, there's Camarops. He said there's Brahia. It's just absolutely beautiful. I think the latitude there is about 43 degrees latitude, something like that. So pretty palmy place in Croatia where he is. And he said most places are pretty close to see. Oh, telephone. I'm listening. Hang on, I got a phone call. I'll be right back. Hi, Jang. Aloha. Hi, Jane. I got to go talk to somebody on the phone. Okay, guys. Looks like somebody's going to buy the router. $75. Somebody gave it to us for gift. We don't need the thing. And like I say, we have to sell a lot of things if we're going to move. Too many things. That's the problem. Like I say, Wendy and I are collectors. So we have a lot of things for sale. So we've been selling things here and there and everywhere. So I got a lot of stuff to unload. Too bad you guys weren't here. If you like really cool stuff, we got a lot of cool stuff. You see my man cave loaded to the max with cool stuff. Anyway, what I'm going to do is grab that router and bring it over here so we can look at it. Wait, there it goes. Where is... Hey guys, sorry, I just got to get something ready here for somebody. For coming to buy. Hey Wendy, do you have an extension cord? I want you to plug it in so we can